Welcome to Gage Games. Thank you so much for coming to see me continue play the Mass Effect Legendary Edition today. Please like and subscribe. I'd really appreciate it if you can. I'm going to keep getting through some more of Mass Effect 3. Thank you so much for watching. So, I just finished the party on the Citadel, and that was really fun. And this is actually my first time playing what used to be the Citadel DLC and a lot of the DLC in Mass Effect 3. And so I suppose I'm seeing a lot of things in Mass Effect for my very first time. And it is interesting for me to actually experience a lot of this game now. So I'm going to invite up Kolyat. I've never seen this before.
We are gathered here to honor the life of Thane Krios. Thane touched each of our lives in different ways.
Yeah.
The Counselor knew him as a hero. The Normandy's crew knew him as a brother in arms. And others as a father devoted to his son.
Oh. Thane never needed to redeem himself. I'm just gonna say, Thane fought beside us.
There's an old human saying, whoever saves one life saves the world entire. It's not about a planet, but the value of each of us. I don't know how many times Thane saved my life or I saved his when we were beyond the Omega-4 relay. It all happened pretty fast. But I do know my whole world could have come to an end then. And it didn't.
We will never forget.
We cannot thank Thane. But for those of us who have more time in this life because of him, we can remember how he lived. If we do that, he is not truly gone. Would anyone else like to speak?
What I remember about Thane was his confidence. He told me once about how he remembered everything, even every mistake he made. If I did that, I'd be a nervous wreck.
Oh.
Thane kept it under control.
It's strange, but the last word I'd label Thane with is assassin. And we covered each other in firefights. That makes him a partner.
Thane's last stand was important. But let us also remember why Thane left the Normandy. To keep his son away from a life of crime. Deeds such as these do not go unnoticed by the universe. They echo in all who hear them. That is why I am here.
Thane took himself seriously, a trait with which I did not always agree. I tried to make him laugh on several occasions. What I interpreted as a lack of humor was masking a great effort. Thane was turning his life around, in a way few organics do.
The day Thane came onto the Normandy, all Kelly and I knew about him was that he could probably kill us all with a ballpoint pen. But after you got to know him, there wasn't any reason to be afraid. He let you know where you stood. Kolyat, do you,
Wow.
When I was little, I thought my father had it all figured out. He said men must be loyal to their friends and dangerous to their enemies. But when he prevented me from hurting someone, he had changed. He said enemies and ego are not as important as loved ones. I didn't want to hear it. I was lost. I called him a hypocrite in 1,000 different ways. Said that he was going soft. Now, I think maybe he did have it all figured out. That's all I can say. If anyone would like to continue, we'll be here.
Looks like people are starting to clear out.
Commander, thank you for holding this event. In time, it will be a good memory.
Wow. You see, I have never experienced this, because every single time I played Mass Effect before, this was downloadable content that I needed to pay for, and I feel like this scene is sorely needed in this game. I'm gonna say I did what I could.
He was one of us.
Yes, he did not have many friends. The Normandy was good for him. If you will excuse me, I should take this opportunity to speak with the counselor.
About what?
He is feeling grateful, and I want to point out there are some Solarian biologists who need funding. If anyone would be able to create a breakthrough in the treatment of Keppel syndrome, it would be them.
Do it. It'll be awesome, and I'll help.
If you need someone to hold the counselor's feet to a fire, I'm there.
I appreciate the offer, but Counselor Valorn has recently orated about funding science during wartime. My odds are good. Oh, before I go, I was organizing my father's possessions, and I came upon copies of video messages he tried to send you. I sent them to your extranet address. I hope they help more than they hurt. Until we meet again, Commander.
That's awesome. Wow. I have wanted to see that for years. Far out. Let me see these messages. First message.
Shepard, I suppose I should thank you for my freedom. Leaving the Normandy was the right decision. It was saddening to see our crew go their separate ways. But it is better than answering questions in an Alliance interrogation room. I hope this message finds you well. As for me, I have moved into an apartment on the Citadel not far from Kolyat. I think the first attack I had frightened him. I will spare you the details. It seemed very dramatic at the time, but in comparison to the Omega Relay, it was a child's game. In any case, good luck getting the Alliance to listen to you. Let's keep in touch.
This is fantastic. I'm so glad that I actually get to see this, because it provides so much closure about Thane's death for me.
Shepard, if you sent a message back, I didn't get it. I suppose communications from someone of my reputation would be restricted. The irony is, I am a danger to no one these days. I am even paying taxes on my investments. I can't expect Kolyat to do so if he is doing better. He has no significant other, and he is temperamental. But he is employed and staying out of crime. I can tell he is serious about changing. It has cost him more than a few friends. Send something back if you can, Shepard. I can only learn so much from news reports about you.
Aww. Let's see the third message.
I have tried a false identity to try to get this message through to you. We'll see if it works. I have good news and bad. The good news is that Kolyat and I took a few days to visit Earth.
Oh my goodness.
Like the shape of her eyes. Shrill sound of chirping stops. I scan the ground. See two tiny bodies locked by claws. Excuse me. As I was saying, we saw a beautiful sunset in New Mexico, and a scorpion eating a cricket. I wish you could have joined us. The bad news is, I fainted and struck my head. Kolyat has convinced me to stay at Huerta Memorial on the Citadel. I will be there from now on. I still don't want to die in a hospital, but it's where the doctors are. And Kolyat. I love him. That means I must trust him. Goodbye, Shepard. Let me say that now, in case I cannot later.
Aww. You know what's so strange to me is that I spend so much time in Mass Effect exploring the galaxy and other planets and other systems, and even a squad member who's an alien from another planet sees more of Earth than I do. I really hope in a future Mass Effect game that they actually let you experience a future Earth, and that you can actually visit it and see the different cities on Earth and explore those cities. It is quite comforting for me to know that Thane actually visited Earth. That's wonderful. He probably visited Earth just before the Reaper attack. Wow. Okay, I think I'll do one video per squad member and person I can invite up. Alright, I think I finished this video here. Thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe. I'd really appreciate it if you can. I'm going to keep getting through the Mass Effect Legendary Edition, one video at a time. I'll see you next time on Games.